What if I told you that the octopus, one of the most intelligent and alien-like creatures in our oceans, has an ancestor that's older than the dinosaurs? I'm not talking about some distant, unrecognizable relative. I'm talking about a creature that rewrites the very history of life on Earth. Get ready, because we're rediving deep into the past to meet a revolutionary fossil that has stunned scientists and changed everything. We thought we knew about the origins of cephalopods. Imagine a time long before T-Rex ever roamed the planet, even before the first dinosaurs appeared. We're talking about the Carboniferous period, nearly 300 million years ago. The world was a different place, a vast, swampy landscape filled with giant insects and primitive amphibians. In the ancient oceans of what is now Montana, a creature swam that would lay the groundwork for one of the most fascinating animal groups today. This is the story of Calypsomapodi bedini. In 1988, a fossil was discovered in the Bear Gulch Limestone Formation in Montana, a treasure trove of exceptionally well-preserved ancient life. For decades, this particular fossil sat in a museum, its true identity a mystery. It was cataloged, stored away, and largely forgotten. It wasn't until recently that paleontologists Christopher Whalen and Neil Landman took a closer look. What they found was nothing short of groundbreaking. This wasn't just any ancient sea creature. This was the oldest known ancestor of octopuses and vampire squids. They named it Calypsomapodi bedini, a name that honors its unique features and the U.S. president at the time of the study's publication. So, what makes this fossil so special? First, its age. At approximately 328 million years old, Calypsomapodi predates the previously known oldest cephalopod by a staggering 82 million years. Let that sink in. It pushes back the timeline of these complex animals so far that it forces us to rethink their entire evolutionary journey. This creature was swimming in the ocean 70 million years before the first dinosaurs even existed. It's like finding a fully functional smartphone in an ancient Roman ruin. It just shouldn't be there, according to our old understanding. But it's not just the age. It's the anatomy. This fossil is so remarkably well preserved that we can see details that are almost never saved in the fossil record. Calypsomapodi had 10 arms, not 8 like a modern octopus. 2 of these arms were longer than the other 8. A feature seen today in squids and cuttlefish, which use their longer tentacles to snatch prey. This tells us that the ancestral blueprint for these creatures included 10 arms, and that octopuses later lost 2 of them on their evolutionary path. Even more incredible is the clear evidence of an ink sac. Yes, you heard that right. This 328-million-year-old creature had the same defense mechanism that modern octopuses and squids use to escape predators. It could shoot a cloud of dark ink to confuse an attacker and make a quick getaway. This is a sophisticated behavior, and finding it in such an ancient animal is astonishing. It means that the fundamental survival strategies of cephalopods were established incredibly early in their history. The fossil even preserves the remains of suckers on its arms, crucial tools for grasping prey and navigating its environment. Calypsomapodi was a relatively small creature, only about 12 centimeters or 4.7 inches long with a torpedo-shaped body. This shape, along with fins on its body, suggests it was an active swimmer, a predator hunting in the ancient seas. It was not just a passive bottom dweller. It was a dynamic part of its ecosystem. The discovery of this animal fills a huge gap in the fossil record. Previously, scientists had to rely on genetic evidence and a few fragmented fossils to piece together the early history of cephalopods. Calypsomapodi is like the missing chapter we never knew we were looking for, a complete, detailed picture that connects the dots. So, what does this all mean for our understanding of evolution? It demonstrates that complex life forms can emerge much earlier than we previously thought. The group that Calypsomapodi belongs to, the vampiropods, which includes modern octopuses and vampire squids, now has a much deeper history. It shows that the split between the 10-armed cephalopods like squid and the group that would eventually lead to 8-armed octopuses happened millions of years earlier than anyone had imagined. This discovery is a testament to the importance of museum collections and persistent scientific inquiry. That fossil could have sat in a drawer for another 30 years, its secrets locked away. But thanks to the curiosity and dedication of researchers, a window into a lost world was opened. It reminds us that our planet's history is still full of surprises, and there are countless discoveries waiting to be made, sometimes in places we least expect, like a forgotten box on a museum shelf. Think about the implications. The octopus is renowned for its intelligence, its ability to solve puzzles, use tools, and even escape from seemingly impossible enclosures. We often see them as a pinnacle of invertebrate evolution. Now we know their lineage is ancient, stretching back into a time so deep it's hard to comprehend. The very foundation for that intelligence, that adaptability, and those unique survival skills were laid down in the primordial oceans. Long before mammals, birds, or reptiles dominated the earth, Calypsimopodi bedini isn't just a fossil. It's a time traveler. It brings a message from the deep past, telling us that the story of life is far more complex, ancient, and wondrous than we ever knew. It challenges our perceptions and pushes the boundaries of scientific knowledge. It is a perfect example of how one single discovery can reshape our understanding of the entire tree of life. The next time you see an octopus, remember its incredible heritage, an unbroken line of survivors stretching back over 300 million years, to a time when its ancestor, Calypsimopodi, was already a master of the ancient seas. This ongoing exploration of our planet's past is what makes science so exciting. We're constantly refining the narrative, adding new characters and plot twists to the epic story of life. And who knows what other revolutionary secrets are lying in wait? Preserved in stone, ready to be uncovered and redefine history once again. The tale of Calypsimopodi is a powerful reminder that there is always more to learn, more to discover, and that the history of our world is still being written. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found this as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the incredible story of life on Earth. And let me know in the comments what you think. What other ancient mysteries do you want to see us explore next? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.